Hey everyone, welcome back. It's now March 16th. I'm glad to see you all. Welcome. Um, for those of you who don't know me, my name is John Clayton. I'm a recovering drug addict and alcoholic, and I've been clean and sober since February 21st, 2021. And yeah, so today's reading is Inventory. The purpose of a searching and fearless moral inventory is not to sort through the confusion and the contradiction of our lives so that we can find out who we really are. Basic text, page 27. Using addicts are a confused and confusing bunch of people. It's hard to tell from one minute to the next what they're going to do or who they're going to be. Usually, the addict is just as surprised as everyone else. When we used, our behavior was dictated by the needs of our addiction. Many of us still identify our personalities closely with the behavior we practice while using, leading us to feel shame and despair. Today, we don't have to be the people we once were, shaped by our addiction. Recovery has allowed us to change. We can use the four-step inventory to see the past, the needs of the old, using life, and find out who we want to be today. Writing about our behavior and noticing how we feel about that behavior helps us understand who we want to be. Our inventory helps us see beyond the demands of active addiction, beyond our desire to be loved and accepted. We find out who we are at the root. We begin to understand what's appropriate for us and what we want our lives to be like. This is the beginning of becoming who we really are. Just for today, if I want to find out who I am, I'll look at who I've been and who I want to be. Yeah, that's kind of an interesting reading, isn't it? You know, like, I really didn't know what self-inventory was until I got into recovery. Like, I mean, once I started doing the steps, and when I got on to step 4, I thought for sure that was going to be the hardest step for me to do, because, trying to not relive my past, but to remember the things that went down in my past, whether it be the trauma or, the people I've hurt or the people who hurt me, and to try and, especially, remembering all the people I hurt, because, when that list basically includes everyone who's ever been a part of your life, then, it really gets you to think, and well, I didn't think that I was ever going to be able to get clean and sober, so I never cared before. I figured I was just gonna die an addict. And, I also didn't, I knew that I needed help, but I didn't know how to ask for it. I didn't know how to get it, but really, it probably wouldn't have mattered, because, a person's not going to finally surrender until they're actually ready to surrender. And with the amount of close calls that I had with death, and the fact that, I'm even alive today to talk about it is a miracle. And I'm grateful for that miracle every single day. Because, today I actually see a light at the end of that tunnel. I mean, I'm still trying to figure out what and how to deal with what's happening on the other side of that tunnel. But at least I'm through that tunnel. And now it's just a matter of just trying to figure out who I am and who I want to be. I mean, I know that I want to be, well, obviously, I want to be a better version of myself, whatever that looks like. I mean, as long as I'm treating people how I want to be treated myself, then that's a good place to start, I think. I don't know. I know it's just one day at a time, and that's what I'm doing, one day at a time. But sometimes it's tough because I have all these plans now, and I'm just still trying to figure out how to make them my reality. Because even though I'm not picking up the dope anymore, and I'm doing things today to make myself more productive. However, there's still a lot of things that are holding me back. Because I'm only on disability, and I'm not currently generating any extra income right now, and I'm trying to come up with business ideas, and and it's tough because I'm by myself, and I don't have a clue what I'm doing. And even the fact that because of the gift of my recovery, I was able to complete college, and in 3D animation and modeling, and now I'm doing stuff with AI, and I'm learning about that every day. And so I got so many things that I'm working on towards, and I do kind of have a destination, but I just really don't know how to get there. I mean, I know I'm on the right track, and I know as long as I stay consistent and persistent, and I keep moving forward, and the fact that, I don't want to die, so that helps, and nor do I want to be remembered for being useless, so that helps. I there's so many people in this world who do amazing things, and I've come to the decision that I want to be one of them. And maybe I need to start playing the lottery or something, because some extra, an extra or a different income bracket would change a lot of things. And the fact that I'm no longer a I want to say a flight risk, but it's not like I'm worried about flying out of the country. But I don't feel that I'm at risk for relapsing or falling off the wagon. So I think today, I would handle my financial situation a lot different. And I wish I would have had that mentality or train of thought when I was in my 20s, because when I was 25, I was living off an inheritance, and And because of my addiction, I went through $70,000 in a year. Being clean and sober today, it'd be amazing things I could have done with that money, or even helped out a lot of unfortunate, misfortunate people. But at the same time, if I didn't go through the experiences that I went through that led me to where I am today, what kind of person would I have been? Would I have been better? Would I have been worse? I don't know. Anyway, I think I've probably rambled a little bit longer than usual, so thank you, everybody, for joining me today. I appreciate every one of you. If nobody's told you today that they love you, well, I love you, and it'd be great if you join my community and hit like and subscribe to me, and you'll get notified every time I post another video. And for the most part, it's usually every day when I'm doing these videos. Unless you check out some of my other channels, and then they're, trying to become a storyteller and a film producer or maker. Or, I don't know. I'm working on it. But anyway, so thanks again, everybody. We'll see you again tomorrow. So, bye for now.